It's Lee McGregor from the clan McGregor. He's fighting Isaac Lowe. How are you?
Yep, all good, mate. All good, thanks.
How is the clan?
Yep, all good. Back home in Scotland as well, so it's nice. We're all good.
Listen, Lee, you only boxed a couple of weeks ago, and then we've got this fight coming up again, so it's staying nice and active. Important at this stage of your career.
Yeah, without a doubt, this is what I've needed, exactly what I've needed. It's been sort of away from not as much publicity as my previous fights, not as much exposure, but I feel like it's exactly what I've needed at this point in my career. Just slowly get the momentum back away in the background, and I've had 2 back-to-back knockout wins, and I'm back. You know, I'm back. I'm back, ready to prove everybody just what they all thought, that I was going to be a world champion. It's took on a lot longer than expected, but we're back, and I'm coming back here with a bang.
Activity is key, and you've stayed very active, and you kept your weight down. I'm looking at you when you come in now. I said to you, how do you make that weight for one? Like, how do you get down there? Does that take a lot of discipline?
Yeah, no, but at the same time, I think I've learned a lot from it, and maybe that's why I didn't get that world title that everybody thought that was coming. I just one fight too many. You know, as you know, it's sometimes you just go to the well too many times, and it was the same on fights. There was a few tough fights, but I've learned a lot, experienced a hell of a lot, and it'll only do me good in the future. And like I just explained to you there, because unfortunately suffering my first loss for the IBO world title last year, it was tough, it was hard, but I know the reasons why, and I've fixed them, and that's like you say today. I'm here, I'm 8 weeks out, I'm in shape, I'm ready, and that's why I think I'll be back to my best in December.
It's fascinating talking about a loss, because it's not like other sports. It's not like losing a high jump at the World Championships. It's not like losing a football game or Scotland losing to England at Murrayfield, painful as it might be. And I'm a Welsh Italian, by the way, so I'm anyone but England in the rugby. So when I hear Flower of Scotland, I want Scotland to win. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yep.
You know exactly what I mean. Celtic by proxy.
It's just totally tied you up there, isn't it?
No, but what I was going to ask was that sometimes you have to mourn a loss and learn from it and deal with the pain and all those things. And I feel it from you that it's something that you don't know it's there until you've experienced it, and you have to go through something.
Yeah.
And what is it you went through?
So yeah, no, obviously I had been a very inactive, like we just said at the start of this. You need to be active. You need to be, the momentum needs to be there. You need to be on it. You need to be fighting it. I believe like every four months at a good level anyway. So I got the phone call for this fight, again with being so inactive. We're talking about the IBO world title fight. I just signed a new deal with Wasserman. You know, it was a big homecoming in my hometown. IBO world title. Dream about this stuff as a kid. Yeah. I think we're about 8-9 weeks out. I'm very good at, like, it was my mindset is very good. You know, I'm very disciplined. Sometimes probably potentially too disciplined, and it was maybe a fight that I should have turned away. But again, mortgage, daughter, family to provide for, being inactive, I just simply couldn't, you know, so I hit it head on, and I gave it my all, the full camp, and I was thinking I was pushing myself closer to that goal, and I was going to get there and be ready for that world title. But now looking back on it and realising like I was sort of digging myself into a deeper hole there.
But he'll tell you, and I know from being around sport a long time, you will learn from it, and it will be the making of you, and it is going to be the making of you.
100%, you know, and again, it was tough, but like previously, you know, you go back to even the COVID times when I was scheduled to fight Karim Guffey for the European title. That went ahead on the 4th date, you know, I had 3 cancelled dates. To tell you that it's mad, because November 21, I think, was the first original date, and then I got COVID, so it fell through. Then it was rescheduled for January 22, and then the week before, British Boxing Board of Control cancelled all boxing in the month of January or whatever it was. Then they moved it to Dubai in February. So these are only a couple of weeks apart. So they were only like little. I was still having to train, be in London, be away from my daughter, diet, make weight, all this, and then eventually they said it's in Dubai February, because the UK is just in a mess. The night before I was due to fly out to Dubai. I remember it clear as day. It was 9-10 o'clock at night. We had a very early flight to Dubai in the morning. It was buzzing. It's finally happening. Manager Lee informed me, don't get on that flight in the morning. Dubai's going on the red list tomorrow, next week or whatever. Fight's off again. And that's when I just broke down. I said, I can't do this. I honestly cannot do it. And then
is that because you get up for it
just,
so much,
no,
and
I
everything
think
in your being is focused into that moment, and it's very hard to cope with that. You don't get that point of explosion for
I
yourself.
think it's people don't understand what a fighter's life is and what he goes through. It's just the training, eat, sleep, repeat.
Yeah, and
the
you're
sacrifice
like so
and the
close
money.
to that end goal.
And you get
you're
there.
so close to being there, and it's all worth it. It's all done. I'm going to get home. I'm going to fight. I'm going to win. I'm going to see my family. I'm going to have a couple of weeks recharge and just have my holiday. And I was like, nah, it's more than. So these were only a couple of weeks apart, these dates. So it wasn't a case, Spencer.
It's the military training.
Go to the buffet and go and recover, and then we'll start camp again in 2 weeks.
Being in prison.
No,
They do say that, don't they?
because the dates were only a couple of weeks apart, and then they said it's now March. Again, only another few weeks. And Bolton, behind closed doors, it's fine, it's going to go ahead. I was like, how can you be confident in that? This is the 4th time. I've been in camp since September. We're now in February. Like, I've not seen my daughter. Like, this is... But I was in the gym, I was training, the progression that I'd made from the September to the March was unbelievable. And I'll look back now, and this is... I know this for a fact. I would never, ever have done what I'd done to Karim Guffey on that March if that fight went ahead on that first date in November. There's not a... I know that for a fact with the progress that I'd made. Same goes for this fight. We were scheduled to fight December last year. We're now going to be fighting a year later. And the job I'm going to do on Isaac, I won't be able to have done if I hadn't had these hard times, like the learning from the Robos fight and everything like that. So although it's been the worst times of my life, up there anyway, it's part of the story.
It's the military training that you put in to go through that, and it's the head with it as well. When you get told the fight's off and you've been conditioning your body, people don't understand what your body goes through. It's like inhumane what a fighter puts himself through, and to keep getting knocked back and whatnot, that then becomes a mental battle. And like, you either breaks you or makes you. And in Lee's case, it seems to have made him, because what doesn't break you makes you stronger. And I think that's where we're at.
Yep, definitely. And I don't think I'll ever be in a position and in as dark times as what I've gotten through already. So this is just, I can only be excited for these next few years in this chapter, because I can't, it's just simply impossible. Like, and if it is, then I'm probably, I don't know, it's not even worth me living if I get any more, like if I get any worse luck than what I've already had.
I get the sense from you and the energy you're putting out, and as Spence said, the shape you're in, that you want to go and steal the show in Riyadh on December the 21st with a dramatic statement.
Yep, and again, I'm going to say that. Yep, I do. I firmly believe this is the best version of myself, up there, physically, everything. And people say to me, oh, you put too much pressure on yourself, and just go about it and just do your thing and that. And I am going to do my thing, but I'm going to enjoy it. And I know how good I am, you know, and I'm willing to prove it. And I've just sat back silent for too long and watch fighters. I believe that I'm better than, get better opportunities and live better lives than me, when I feel like that's what I deserve. So it's time to now put the words into action. And like you say, I need a career best performance, and I think it's going to be.
Can I finally ask you about the main event on the night as well? Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. Obviously, they've had 12 amazing rounds together. How do you see that fight going the second time?
Yeah, no, I do. I think Fury gets it right this time. I do. I think it's the first fight was unbelievable. I fought the same night again in a little Hilton hotel in Glasgow, and I'm now on the rematch on the biggest stage. It's amazing, unbelievable, but it just shows you know. And I'm grateful to the people that stuck by me, all my sponsors on board as well that kept me going. You know, I could have easily.
BLM, Woods.
Yeah, P&D Scaffolding, Woodbury Substance, St Andrews Timber, Firemat, Carline Sport. You know, like these guys, it would. No, it's true. You know, it's true.
You just called them all out, and they've stuck by you, like you said.
No, not like P&D Scaffolding. They bought me my first pair of amateur boxing gloves, from they've sponsored me since an amateur all through, the whole process is stepping up each
Been
time.
with you the whole way.
Yeah, no,
You've been up on the boards with them?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like to try and I'll never forget where I've come from.
Wicked.
You know, I still go back. Like, even my time from being back home, when I was questioning what was going on, I was kind of, I'm not going to lie, I was half kind of getting forgotten about. And I was back in Clovenstone Amateur Boxing Club, another shout out for them in Edinburgh. It's just a little small hut. And it was this freezing cold in the gym. It's like just bags and a ring, but that's why I'm in this shape. That's where I've been training for the last 6 weeks. Now we've got this fight, we've got everything set up. We're in the gym. We've got all the support that I need. Thanks to everyone involved, my team behind the scenes. And a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. And I'm.
You are delirious.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's been, I know my talent, but sometimes I've just done it because I've had to. Like, say, we've got a mortgage and
Time for Lee
bills
McGregor to make a statement.
Yeah,
And
that's
still
it.
the show.
That's it, and I'm going to be happy. So it's that's when I'm at my best. It
Brilliant.
really is.
What a
Best of luck.
fascinating chat. I could talk to you all afternoon because there is so
Mate,
much
you
to come out of
do a
you.
book. I'm
You can
gonna do
talk
a
to
book.
anyone all afternoon, mate.
Okay, well, Lee McGregor, best of luck.
Buy
on
the
December
book in a
20th.
few years because it's going to be a good one.
Oh, absolutely.
Lee McGregor.
Best of luck, mate.
Nice one.
Well done.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.